Today, we are going to be figuring out which apparatus is best to eat cereal out of. We're going to be using a rating scale for the different methods of holding cereal. Like any good scientist, we're going to be using the ASS system. We're going to be talking about accessibility. How well is it to transport the cereal and walk around and do things with it? We're going to be talking about service. How well does it work to hold the cereal, and how well are we able to eat out of it? And we're going to be talking about storage. How much cereal does it hold? First, we are going to be looking at the classic bowl. Now, this is a favorite for many people, and I think it's probably the most common way to eat your cereal. It's loved, everybody uses it, and I think there's probably a good reason for that. These are very tastios. Service, this works really well. Bowls were invented for cereal. I didn't fill it up, but storage-wise, you could potentially hold a lot of cereal in here. As far as accessibility, transport, let's, walking around, I got a bowl of cereal. No spillage, that's pretty good. So, a personal favorite of mine is the mug. I think that this is appealing to lazy people like me who use bowls for other food, but you don't want to wash it every time that you're too lazy to make an actual meal and just want cereal. The mug, I got quite a bit in here, but I still think overall, even this, which is a pretty big mug, this isn't a standard office coffee size mug, this is too much cereal in there. I don't think you're going to be able to fit as much overall. As far as service, it works about the same as a bowl. You maybe have less room to, kind of maneuver your spoon, but there's still plenty of room. As for transport, I think this is going to do even better than the bowl, because the bowl, you're restricted, because you still need a spoon. But you see, the mug for transport, you just sip and go. Pinkies up. Delicious. Next we have, what is this called? I don't know. It's not a beer stein, is it? It's not. Big beer cup do cereal. Ooh. Since cereal floats, it all since this one's a little more narrow, it all gets at the top. So I think the problem with this one, as far as service, is that you can have a lot of milk and you can have a lot of cereal, but the cereal all bunches up at the top, so it's not really conducive for getting a well sagified cereal. Now, if you're someone who likes crunchy cereal, but you still want the milky flavor, this might be for you.
Not for me.
As far as storage, I think that because of the issue of the crunchiness, it doesn't hold as much cereal. This, I think, is going to hold probably the most milk. You could also do and your spoon keeps sinking. You could have a little bit of milk and a lot of cereal, but this is not working as well as I thought it would. As far as transport, you got the mug thing going again. It works really well because you can, when you do that, the milk all comes up and the milk and the cereal hit your mouth at the same time. I think because the nature of it being so tall is that if you're not filling it to the brim, you're not really, you've got barely any spillage. This is good for the active cereal. If you're always jogging, you're running. So I think this is surprisingly actually a better transport system than the mug. I eat, and then I forgot I can't talk when I eat. That's why I have to keep spitting it out. Ladies' night out, but you don't have to go without cereal anymore. I can already tell you, as far as storage, it's not going to be able to hold a lot. Martini glasses don't hold a lot. That's kind of the nature of the design. Service, I think this one's going to work rather well. We will find out. So the thing about this is it's almost like a tiny bowl with a stem. So I mean, I think that in general the service, I think whether you're, using a spoon or sipping, transport. So the transport of this thing, I think, is going to be really well because these are designed for stupid girls going out and getting tipsy. Perhaps I've spoken too fast. This design is worse than a bowl because the bowl at least comes up with a wall-like design, and this does not. If I'm out partying, wow, that does nothing. My entire bowl of cereal is now gone. This is the accessibility of this is absolute shit. Have some variety. The olive tray is perfect for you. So, say, oh, maybe you like Big Apple. Maybe you like fruit rings, too. We'll put those opposite of each other, so it's aesthetically pleasing for the artists watching this video. Apple bits and fruity rings are opposites on the color wheel. Maybe you want some cocoa balls in your mouth. I like to have some variety in my meals. You gotta have a well-balanced breakfast. Put your milk right in the middle, Spoon. Good. Spoon. Not very good. This is service. I think this may be one of my favorites just because of the variety that it offers. I think that it's unparalleled. Say all this is gone, yum, you drink your milk. And as far as storage, this may be the best, even better than the big beer cup, because, you can fit a lot of cereal in each of these. And while there's not enough milk, I think, for all that cereal, I think that if you were sparse with your milk, you could make it work. I'm not really sure that this one translates very well, because I'm walking and the milk's just getting fucking everywhere. Not working. It works, but if I make any sudden movements, I'm walking. What'd you say? Cereal everywhere. Doesn't work. I just realized is put that in the middle, right? And then just pour milk into all the containers. And then essentially, you've got 5 bowls of cereal. For family breakfast, you could sit around a table where we have one of those fancy spinning things. You weigh it and it's like spinning and it's like, and you're like, oh, here come the apple bits. Oh, there was a chocolate one in there and it did not taste good. But there's a lot of things you can do with this one. This is an interesting, unconventional way to make family breakfast more fun. So colander, I feel like, again, we've got a bowl-like design. So as far as storage, I feel like you would be able to hold a decent amount. Except for the fact that I don't know how well the milk is gonna stay in there. If I were at the bottom of the box, all the little crumbs and little powder shit you could kind of, get that out of there. So you would be eating nothing but pure cereal. This is something that won't work at all. So, as far as service, doesn't really work, doesn't hold the milk. I guess storage, I guess it's also not really good because, yeah, potentially if this were a bowl, you're holding a decent amount of cereal, but there's no fucking milk. As far as transport, though, I think that this could work. If you're on the run, shit, I got no bowls, I'm in my kitchen, you quick put some in here, and you're like, I gotta go. That could work. So next we've got balloons, and I think these, I don't know how these are gonna work. I'm covered in milk and cereal at this point. But you need a separate apparatus, which already, as far as, I mean, let's bring it down in my head for transport, just because, you know, the more materials you need, I mean, the less, you can't transport it as well. You're gonna put at the end of this, you're gonna fill it some cereal. I don't know how much this is gonna hold, so we'll start with a little bit. We'll see where that gets us. Milk in there, yummy, yummy. Oh, it's starting to go in, and then we're gonna, that was unpleasant. Doesn't appear that any of the cereal really got in there, and that's a little bit of an issue, but we'll, oh wait, yeah, there's 4 Cheerios in there, so we did get some. We're gonna just see if it'll back in my mouth, or maybe we'll try a few different methods here. It didn't work, it just got disgusting air in my mouth. If you kind of push on the sack, you see it comes out. So you fill up and then you just kind of... It worked. I did get the 4 Cheerios out of there. So, I guess the thing with service is it's not the most ideal way of eating cereal, but in a pinch, it could work. The transportability, so if you were to like fill this up ahead of time and then, you know, take your balloon on the go with you, definitely doable. Service didn't work too well. I only got 4 Cheerios and a lot of milk. The next one is a classic, and that's eat it right out of the box. You gotta take the bag out, you put some cereal in there, fill that bitch with milk. Alright, so already I'm seeing a couple of issues with this. Doesn't hold as much. I mean, I know I'm using a little cereal box, so I guess I can't really criticize the storage so much on that, because if you're using a bigger cereal box, it could certainly hold more. As far as service, doesn't really work. The cardboard is extremely soggy, and the milk is coming right through it. So this is a very green, eco-friendly way. You're not creating any sort of waste. You're using all the parts of the beast, to speak. The transportability is good, except for the fact that all the milk pours out. Other than that, I mean, you know, you can take this anywhere, and the spill factor, almost nothing, especially when, you know, close the little box up, and then you're running around, you're doing all kinds of shit, nothing's coming out, because this box it's the Fort Knox. Obviously, milk doesn't spill out of this. So what if we just put the cereal right into here? Oh, it flew into my eye. If only we had a nature expert. I just want to be taken seriously and I'm laughing. This is only for people who are going to eat an extremely large amount of cereal at a time. So, I mean, as far as storage, I think, you know, you could fit a shit ton of cereal into here. Transport, I mean, that's really good. Service, you know, if you're going for the spoon method, try my spoon in there. If you're not using a spoon, you drop it in there, it's pretty good. Tastes good. It's yummy. Transport, great. Service, as long as you're not using a spoon, great. Storage, you don't a lot. This may be the way to go.
We didn't eat any of it.
So, in conclusion, I think that probably the best thing to do is go with a standard bowl with a standard bowl. Oh my god. Oh god. Ugh. I don't even get any ad revenue from this. I don't get anything for this. I just get covered in cereal. This is awful. I hate this. It's all just soaked with fucking milk. My underwear's pretty wet too, but thanks for watching. If you want more cereal-based content, put in the comments. I'm a silly cereal symbiote. If you don't, you can put I hate watching Nick get covered in cereal. I love cereal, but I didn't think, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this leftover fucking cereal. It tastes like vinyl placemat.